Hello, amazing humans. I'm so excited you're here. I'm excited I'm here. I have to remember to look up here. I'm still learning the whole recording thing. Anyway, let's just dive right in. I want to talk about the new word for manifesting. I'm tired of hearing the word manifesting. And unfortunately, I will probably still have to use it because that's what everybody else is using until you read my shirt, I show you my book. But the new word for manifesting is auto-shit-ism. And I wrote a book, and I'm going to talk about that when it comes to talking about manifesting and getting what you want, law of attraction, law of assumption, all the things. So, what I want to talk about today is auto-shit-ism, obviously. And I literally sat down with another YouTuber friend of mine who is also into law of assumption, law of attraction, manifesting, all the things. You can find her on her channel at Sonia Frink, and I will try to remember to put that in the description or wherever. All the links, all the things, all the good stuff. So I literally wrote my book in 5 days, and it wasn't where I went and disappeared to a log cabin for 5 days and I sat and wrote for hours on end. I literally lived my life. I wrote out the outline with her in like 20 minutes, kind of the same way that I wrote out the outline for my chakraology course, which I'll also be talking about here. And you can actually find videos about that here already on my channel if you're curious about your chakras. And I'll be talking about that, your aura, energy, all the things. So for me, auto-shitism is just a very simplified cutting through the bullshit system to aligning with what you desire and having and getting what you desire in this life. You were born to manifest. You were born manifesting. We all were. And I think that somehow it's become this secret of how to do it. And I really want to just unravel that for you. My passion is to share my knowledge. And I don't know if you can see my sparkles coming in, but I have about, oh my gosh, do I really want to do the math? I just had a birthday, and so I'm like 24 again, wink, wink. And so I have been, well, manifesting for, well, I'm just going to tell you 24 times two. There you go. That's how long I've been manifesting. And my journey started, the earliest memory I have is probably when I was like 16. But anyway, you'll find that I tend to squirrel. I don't try to do that on purpose. It's just that I have so many things I want to share, and I really just want to help you and guide you to unraveling how to get the shit that you want in this life. And it's not difficult. It's not hard. It's easy. You were born to have what you want. It's the law. So how does auto-shitism come into play? I went through a program. I was there for 3 years. I actually trained to be a coach for that program, and then I had to honor the no. Something was missing. I didn't know what it was. And I kind of tell the story in my book, but there's all these things you do for manifesting. And there's so many different techniques, and I've done all the techniques, and I'm sure you've done all the techniques. And sometimes you manifest, sometimes you don't, sometimes you get a piece of it, and sometimes it's just like you're hitting your head against a brick wall, and it's like you just get frustrated. And so I really just want to guide you to make it simple, make it easy. And what I have come to understand, and again, these are my opinions, this is how things work for me. Full disclaimer, what works for me may not work for you. Yet I have tools to help you determine what is going to work for you. So with that being said, you are an energetic being, and everything that you want is energy. So everything is energy, and we connect energetically to different things. You connect energetically to other people, you connect energetically to money. There's an energy with everything. So I'm really going to just try to keep this video short, sweet, and really to the point. But again, don't forget, I do tend to squirrel. So if you have been learning the law of attraction, the law of assumption, or manifesting, or the secret, or whatever it's called, whatever you've been using, what it comes down to is you have to be connected in mind, body, and spirit. I don't really go into the whole spirit part of it. I will be adding some of that, but really right now I want to focus on the energy part of it, and I want to focus on the thought part of it, the mind and the body. And so I guess what I should say, that the spiritual part is the energetic part of it. But it really, what I should say, see, I everything is energy. So your spirit is energy. So you see how that kind of fits? Anyway, we'll come back to that. It's not important today. So if you've been focusing on changing your thoughts and you're getting some of the things that you want, but it's still not showing up, the missing piece to that is you're not energetically aligned with what you want. And the only way to get energetically aligned is through energy work. And the easiest way to do that is through your chakras. And there are 7 main chakras, which I'm not teaching here tonight. You can, again, go watch some of my guided meditations and start working on that now and start following me. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And that way you can go find when I'm going to do live videos. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and make that announcement now. I will be here live this Wednesday at 1 p.m. I really want to interact with you guys. So if no one shows up, I'm still going to talk about something. And if you do show up and you have a question, I'm going to do my best to answer it for you. So get that out of the way. So anyway, back to your thoughts, squirrel. If you've been thinking and changing your thought processes and all the things and doing the affirmations and all the techniques, and you're still not getting what you want, it's because you're not energetically aligned with it. And if you just align yourself, you can still, energetically speaking, I feel like when you're aligned, it's easier to change your thoughts. It's easier to do the techniques. It's easier to align with what you want. So I really focus on the energy part of it. Having the energy piece of it really makes changing your thoughts so much more simple. Um, and so that's why I talk about your chakras so much, or your energy, and all the things. So what I really want to pose to you tonight, or what I want you to think about is, and I said tonight because I'm recording this at night, how do you learn? That's the question. So we're going to start there. How do you learn? So let's talk about that. Now, I don't have a degree in how to teach you how to learn, right? Like I didn't go take a college course or get a degree in how you learn. I think we all know how we learn. In some ways we learn better, and in some ways it doesn't really work for us. So what it comes down to is take into consideration your 5 senses. So we taste, we smell. Now, I did a TikTok video earlier, and I'm like, I don't know anybody that uses smell to learn, but then I thought of something else, so I'm going to fix that. And tasting things. Tasting and smelling, those are more like, I don't really want to talk about those today because it's a little bit more of a deep dive. So I'm going to ask you this question. Do you learn by touching? Do you learn by visual seeing? Or do you learn by auditory hearing? Those are the 3 main ones that I want to focus on for today. But I will just add here really quick. If you use essential oils and you are smelling peppermint, you're using smell. Your smell helps you retain what you're learning. Just a side note. I have lots of side notes. So some people learn by hearing something. I'll give you an example. I did take some college courses, and I remember going and sitting in this big auditorium, and there were like 300 people in this auditorium, and someone was just talking to me. And if you're just talking to me, I'll be 100% honest, like my brain is going to like daydream. I'm going to check out. I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to be thinking about other things I'm going to be thinking about other than just hearing what you're teaching me. Now, if you're speaking to me and I have a book open, let's use Auto-shit-ism. If I have this open and you're reading the book to me and I can visually see what you're saying, like hearing it auditorily, then I'm going to retain some of that information. The other thing is if you're like a hands-on learner, If you're hands on, it's like, okay, show me what to do and then let me do it so I can feel it and see it. So I'm a visual and a hands on learner. Like the two together, like I'm going to get something. So learning how you, or figuring out how you learn, is going to be really important for what techniques are going to work for you. I'll give you an example. If you are, I'm going to use meditation because I have those up already. If you're someone who can't do meditation, like let's just say you just put music on in the background. We all meditate, whether we recognize that we do or not. It does happen. But I can't do a meditation with just music in the background and just like get myself in meditation. I specifically need a guided meditation. I need to hear you tell me where to go and what to do, and then my imagination will take over. So I have guided meditations for healing or aligning your chakras. That's what works for me. So if you are a visual learner, then guided meditations may not work for you. I still suggest trying them. Meditation of some sort is important. That'll be a whole nother topic, a whole nother video. Yet being able to know how you learn is going to really help you nail down what techniques are going to work for you. So let's say you're working on your mindset, your thoughts. If you can hear affirmations like the subliminal, like someone just says an affirmation over and over again and you can hear it and it will rewire your brain, that's great. Perfect. If you're a visual, then you need to see the visual like go across your computer screen. And that way, that will help you rewire your brain. So, this is why knowing how you learn is really going to help you with what techniques to use when you are doing auto-shitism manifesting. So, figure that out, or at least comment in the video down below, like what it is that works for you when you learn something new. And then aligning or energetically getting in alignment, doing that, the techniques, and then just trusting, that's going to get you what you want in this life. Again, there's so many different techniques out there. There's so many things. There's feelings, there's thoughts. It's exhausting, really. I literally have spent so many adult years trying to figure this out. And the only thing that I can tell you for sure is that you have to practice it. It has to be part of your daily life. If you think that you can show up here and watch one video or read one book, and trust me, I have read a shit ton of manifesting books. I have read, or I'm sorry, I was going to say written. I have read and researched and done techniques and all of the things. And it gets confusing. And I really just want to make it not confusing for you. So I'm trying to break things down in a simplified manner so that you can have what you want and what you desire. And it truly is possible. And I think that's where making these videos is really going to become important for me, because I really just want to share my knowledge with you. Yes, I am an empowerist and I coach people, I guide people. I don't really like the word coach either. I don't feel like you should have a coach for a year or 5 years. I think you should have a community. Yet I feel like once you get these things down, then you can do these things on your own. You don't need me for the rest of your life. Now, I am amazing. Yes. You might want to hang out with me. That's cool. And that's why I feel like starting these videos on YouTube is really going to be important, because I really want that sense of community. Having like-minded people, getting what they desire, how freaking fun is that? I almost dropped the F-bomb. I'm really trying to keep it clean. So bear with me while I try to clean up the potty mouth. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk about today, is really just share with me below in the comments, how do you learn? And then I'm going to share with you different things based on how you learn that you can do. And I really, if you want to get started immediately with your chakras, and if you don't know what a chakra is, I have a whole video. I want my chakraology courses. You can go watch that video. I will try to remember to link it here down in the description. Again, if you just like and subscribe, you can go find it. So I'm still learning all the techie stuff. But you have the potential to have whatever it is that you desire in this lifetime. And my desire and my passion is to make it as simple as possible. I'm not going to bullshit you. Like, I'm showing up 100% authentic. I'm going to show you where I screwed up. I'm going to show you where I succeeded. I'm just going to show you my journey, what I know has worked for me, things I've learned along the way. And again, my journey is my journey. Your journey is yours. And the other thing I really want you to know here today is that I don't have all the answers. And I'm not going to show up here on YouTube or anywhere else for that matter in my life and act like I know it all. I do not. I am continually growing, evolving, and stepping more into having more knowledge. Like I'm constantly learning. I love to read, so I will always be reading new books. I will always try out new techniques because if there's an easier way, then yeah, of course I want to learn it. And again, I don't know everything. But what I do know everything for is for me. I have the answers. I have all the answers I ever need within me. You have all of the answers within you. I can't tell you all of the answers because you already have them. I know that sounds kind of crazy being an empowerist or a coach, that I'm telling you that you have the answers. But again, my job is to guide you so that you can see the answers for yourself. And that's truly why I'm showing up here on YouTube. I'm over on TikTok now. I really just want to serve humanity. Like, you all are amazing humans. We deserve so much more, and we are more powerful than we recognize. And if I change just one person's day, their life, then I've succeeded. So, yeah, that's why I'm here. And I really appreciate you showing up on my channel. And I think that's it for today. I'm just trying to keep it short and sweet. And I ended up going 17 minutes, whatever. So, yeah. Um, there we go. Maybe I need to clean out my throat chakra. I'm saying, not as much as I usually do. So, again, auto-shit-ism. It's the new M word. And I really hope that you want to stick around. I have so much to share with you, so many tidbits, techniques, what works, what doesn't. Let's sort it out together. And again, I am so thankful that you are here. Much love, light, and really big hugs. Mwah. See you next time.